ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد کور داد باتورانو کور.
Hello and good evening everyone. Today is Saturday the 1st of March 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you're watching RTA News. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan strongly condemns the attack on martyr Maulana Hamidul Haq Haqqani and expresses its condolences to his family and relatives. Mullah Hamdullah Fitrat, the deputy spokesman of the Islamic Emirate, called the attack cruel, saying that the martyrdom of Maulana Hamidul Haq Haqqani was a great loss for scientific individuals. The Foreign Ministry of Qatar has called on the international community to provide the necessary financial and technical resources to expand humanitarian aid in Afghanistan. However, the Deputy Minister of Economy appreciated Qatar's efforts to attract humanitarian aid and stressed the infrastructure development in Afghanistan requires the cooperation of the international community. We have more in this report.
The Foreign Ministry of Qatar in a statement said that peace and sustainable development are two key factors for improving the situation in Afghanistan. Qatar has called on the international community to mobilize the necessary financial and technical resources to expand humanitarian aid in Afghanistan.
Qatar continues to provide humanitarian and development assistance to alleviate the suffering of the Afghan people. It's committed to supporting and strengthening participation in the peace process, providing education and job opportunities to Afghans.
The Deputy Minister for Economy appreciated Qatar's efforts to attract humanitarian aid and said that Afghanistan needs the cooperation of the international community for sustainable development.
Afghanistan has now achieved lasting peace, but sustainable economic development requires the cooperation of the international community. Therefore, we also request that the international community continue its humanitarian and developmental assistance to Afghanistan.
Economic experts say that Qatar has played a role as a reliable political partner for Afghanistan, and given its facilities and position in the region, can help Afghanistan by attracting humanitarian aid and implementing development projects.
In addition to playing a very important and vital role in international political forums regarding Afghanistan, Qatar, if it can also contribute to the economic sector, could be considered a strong lobby in international forums for Afghanistan. It would be an important step for Afghanistan and a positive move in international forums, acting as a strong lobby for Afghanistan's economy. Surely, this would be a very positive initiative and would have a significant impact on Afghanistan's economy.
The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned that the cut of US aid will have widespread consequences for the people of Afghanistan. He stressed that the United Nations provide humanitarian assistance to more than 100 million people around the world annually, including in Afghanistan, Gaza, Sudan, Syria, and Ukraine.
Sheikh Nida Muhammad Nadim, the Minister of Higher Education, met with UNAMA Deputy Director General in Afghanistan. In this meeting, Sheikh Nida Muhammad Nadim said that the ministry has purchased laboratory equipment worth 270 million Afghanis this year and is trying to train specialists and professionals in the health sector. The Minister of Higher Education also called on UNAMA to further cooperate with the ministry to strengthen the education system and provide modern equipment for Afghan educational centers. Nearly 200 members of the Ministry of National Defense graduated from the Abdullah bin Masood Joint Combat Training Command after completing 3 months of professional training. The Ministry of National Defense says that this ceremony officials asked the graduates to work harder than before in serving the people and the government. Mullah Muhammad Yunus Akhundzada, the Minister of Rural Rehabilitation and Development, during his visit to Faryab province, supervised the progress of the road rehabilitation and paving project in the Shah area of the Qaisar district of the province. In this meeting, the Minister of Rural Rehabilitation and Development stressed the acceleration of the work on this road and added that with the completion of this project, the transportation problems of the local people will be solved. The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation says that to prevent congestion in the city and provide convenience to citizens, it's moving bus terminals and stations in the capital and provinces to the outskirts of the city. Officials of the ministry say that these terminals are equipped with all the necessary equipment. We have more in this report.
The Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation says that creating facilities in the land transport sector is its priority. The spokesman for the ministry told RTA News that to prevent congestion in cities and provide convenience to highway passengers, all terminals and stations have been moved from the capital and provinces out of the cities.
In all routes of Kabul city, both large and small, as well as in the provinces, steps have been taken to reduce traffic congestion by relocating the bus stops and terminals to the outskirts of the city. More attention is paid to this to help decrease congestion in the city and improve transportation facilities so that citizens can travel safely and make use of these designated areas.
Mr. Asifi adds that these terminals and stations are equipped with all the necessary equipment and rooms.
The bus stops and terminals being constructed are designed with all necessary facilities in mind, so citizens can make timely use of them. These include separate mosques for men and women, waiting areas, hotels, and vehicle parking spaces. All of these facilities have been built or arranged around the terminal to provide convenience for the public.
The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation adds that the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation is working day and night to provide more facilities for the welfare of citizens in the field of air and land transportation.
A private radio station called Star has started operating in the center of Helmand province. The Helmand Provincial Information and Culture Department has stated that the purpose of this radio station is to reflect the truth, raise awareness, and enlighten the public. 6 members of a family, including women and children, have died after a landslide hit a residential house in Gazab district of Oruzgan province. The spokesperson for the Oruzgan police headquarters says that the incident occurred in the Sarmorad village of the district. And the final one is that the Disaster Management Directorate of Farah Province distributed cash assistance to the families of 60 martyrs and injured people due to the recent floods. In this series, in the presence of officials, 20,000 Afghans were given to the heirs of each martyr and 10,000 Afghans to the injured, with a total of 518,000 Afghans distributed to the affected families. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا